Good evening and welcome back to Wolfe County High School for this second round matchup between the Wolfe County Wolves, Wolves Blue, and the Dayton High School Greendevils. The Wolves Blue was victorious in Game 1, so can they take match number 2? Let's check into our champ select here and see how the Wolves Blue are doing.
All right, we go with the first band phase. We go Rek'Sai and Rumble from Wolfe County. Rek'Sai being a pretty big issue for Wolfe County that last game, but they managed to still come out victorious. Good to get rid of that. As
a pretty predictable Nasus band there from Dayton High School. Nasus totally wrecked that last game and just absolutely destroyed top lane. So,
as the last band for Wolfe County being York, with a Kenan, Nasus, and Jack's band from the Greendevils. Wolfe County's top laner now hovering Aurelia. Aurelia's being someone he's spammed a lot recently, but as from yesterday, he got a pentakill with her, so he might be able to, come back and do that again.
Ooh, a Garen
versus
pick.
a Garen.
Interesting.
Garen being a pretty strong champion.
Oh, yeah.
So that's something I might need to watch out for. We now go to the jungle pick for the Greendevils.
Well, Garen's a unique pick because he does a lot of physical damage and he has no mana issues. So, he can really just pound one after another whenever he gets in the high levels.
We go with the Udyr pick for the Greendevils.
I don't think I've seen Udyr this year at all. I don't think I've seen a single.
Yeah. Well, based on the scouting from Wolfe County, the player who's for the jungler on their team has been playing a lot of Udyr, and Udyr's a very strong jungler. So
another Nunu pick, potential Nunu pick. Yep.
Go with a Nunu again for Wolfe County.
I'll make a prediction this time. Nunu does not go into the enemy jungle looking like he did last match. That
he won't make that early invade again.
Very unfortunate mistake there. That.
As Wolfe County now goes for their mid laner pick, he picked Orianna last game. Might pick her again, being a safe pick as he hovers her, and he's going to go in with the Orianna again. As the Greendevils pick Veigar for their mid laner. Veigar being the AP equivalent of Nasus, just absolute monster late game, be able to one shot anybody if he gets to that point. They now go with the Vayne band for the Greendevils, as Wolfe County goes with their first band in the second wave, who go with the Jhin band. Jhin being another pretty prevalent ADC that the ADC player for Greendevils play. And the finish off the Greendevils band, they go with Alistar again. So good bands from Greendevils. As Wolfe County finishes off with a Lux band. Lux being a very strong AP champion as well, especially with support just being a bigger issue that Wolfe County does not want to have to deal with. We now go to the second wave of picks, starting with the ADC for the Greendevils, hovering Kai'Sa as they lock it in. We now go to Wolfe County's pick for their ADC. As he goes to select Sivir again. Sivir was a pretty strong champion for him last game. He didn't have much of a chance to really come through and shine with her potential, but due to the fact of Nasus doing a good portion of that work for that last game.
Yes.
So if he manages to come through in this game, he'll be able to put in a lot of work. So last person on Wolfe County picking for the support goes with the Sona. Sona's a really good support to pick. A pretty good poke in the bot lane, as well as the ability for her to heal and give that movement speed boost to her allies. It'll work pretty well with Nunu whenever the ganks start rolling in. We now go to the last pick with the support for Greendevils being Taric. So, good picks on both sides here. Should be a very interesting game.
All right, let's go over our starting lineups here for your Wolves Blue. In the top lane, we've got senior Cody Sargent. In the bot lane, running ADC, we've got senior Jarrett White, and his support, junior Jeremy McKinney. And in the jungle, we have our junior Cameron Caskey, and in the mid lane, we have senior Brendan Bush. That is your Wolves Blue for spring 2019. We also want to take this time to thank our wonderful esports sponsors, Appalachian Wireless, Mountain Telephone, Licking Valley Rural Electric, Farmers and Traders Bank of Campton, Whitaker Bank of Campton, and Sweetheart by Stephanie of Campton, Kentucky. So thanks again to all of our wonderful sponsors of our Wolfe County High School Esports. All right, let's go back here. We are just now getting ready to start our 3-minute delay, our spectator delay phase. So, Drew, any interesting matchups or thoughts on this match?
Again, I would say the team fight potential now is a little bit more even between the two teams than it was, one-sided last game. With Vigar having his stun in the with the area style stun, as well as Tarek with his ultimate and his multiple stuns that he can throw off. Although Wolfe County should have a slight advantage in the team fighting based on what they have. Individual lanes, however, I know Aurelia is a really strong champion, or she's really strong if you can play her well. Got a lot of mobility, a lot of damage, a lot of escape as well for someone who does, and as well as a lot of tank, surprisingly enough, for someone who does as much damage as she does. However, though, going against Garen, who can just pretty much mitigate a good portion of that, it'll be a pretty interesting matchup. Jungler-wise, Udyr is a really strong solo jungler. He can, 1v1 almost anybody. He can outduel a lot of champions. So they're going to want to, if they take on Udyr, they'll want to have at least another person with them to make a higher chance of them winning that fight. Mid lane-wise, Orianna versus Vigar, it's a complete toss-up again. Orianna should be able to outpoke Vigar because he doesn't have as much range. But if he manages to land his stun on her, though, he'll be able to put a ton of damage onto her. So, and plus, they're going to have to worry about keeping him, shut down for a good portion of the game because he is eventually going to get that damage. He's like the equivalent of Nasus. So, if he gets those stacks, if Vigar gets his stacks, he'll be a real big threat for Wolfe County. Sivir versus Kai'Sa is a skill matchup entirely. Both do a lot of damage. If Sivir can use her spell shield to block Kai'Sa's W, which will save a pretty good portion of her health, she should do pretty well in that matchup. And Sona and Tarek both being very support style champions. Sona has a lot more poke potential. She with Sona in the bot lane helping Sivir, Wolfe County's bot lane should be able to outpoke the Greendevils' bot lane. So it should be an interesting matchup.
And we are about 30 seconds from switching over to the loading screen. If you're just now joining us, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and keep up with your Wolfe County Wolves esports all season long as the Wolves look to continue having a very successful season. We've only got 2 weeks left in the regular season before the playoffs, so make sure you're hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out when we get playoffs. And we're going to count down the seconds here to transfer over to the loading screen. So we'll be back with you in just a few moments.
You want to click on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, CS won't go up. It's still 770, so. Yeah.
Yeah, this should be an interesting second-round matchup. We're going to see how they adapt from the play styles of other champions, or other students, in the first matchup. It'd be interesting to see how it goes.
Both teams are now loaded into their respective fountains. Again, Wolfe County is on blue side, so that'll be a little easier for us to say.
Yeah, the Greendevils chose to stick with the red side for the second match, so our Wolves blue is still running from the blue side.
All the champions moving out of their found in their respective role or respective lanes. Hopefully, Nunu won't make the same mistake as last time with that early invade.
I'm almost certain that Nunu won't make that exact same mistake.
As Kai'Sa, Tarek, and Udyr move to the same jungle as they did or the same bush as last game, Vhagar now moving into his lane actually as he moves up towards to get top side of mid lane, potentially going for a pixel brush ward. You see Nunu and Sona as Sivir now sitting around their red buff. Garen moving down to from top lane, sitting in Tribush, as Irelia sits under her tower. Orianna sitting under her tower as well. Vhagar sitting outside of the Raptor camp, which might be where Udyr is actually starting, which would be a little bit of a surprise. We see Kai'Sa and Tarek now moving down towards bot side through the bush as Nunu, Sona, and Sivir sit around side their red buff, ready for that early leash. Now it looks like Udyr is going for the red buff start. So Irelia now moving up away from her tower back to lane with the minions following suit, as well as Orianna, Vhagar moving back down to mid lane as well.
And here we go as the minions spawn and the buffs pop up.
Sona and Sivir giving that early leash to Nunu as Garen gives that early leash to Udyr in the top lane. Both teams secure their red buffs as Irelia getting a little bit of early farm advantage in the top lane without Garen being there. Vhagar sitting mid lane. Bot laners move back to their roles. Tarek landing a stun on Sona as she manages to get an auto attack offline. Irelia auto attacking top lane. Getting a Q struck onto her by Garen. Following suit with a couple of Q dashes. We see Udyr invading for the blue buff for Wolfe County, going for the steal on that, as he might be going top lane for a really early level 2 gank. The stun getting connected from Irelia as she follows up. Garen doing a lot of damage with his autos as he flashes away. Udyr coming in from the top from below top lane though, going for that level 2 gank as he follows up, trying to get that stun onto him. We see Tarek going with that stun. Irelia getting stunned by Udyr, getting to land a E on her from Garen, getting Q connected as Udyr flashes for the first kill. Early level 2 gank, again putting the Greendevils up a 1-0 lead early on with a 500 gold or 400 gold lead. Sona the bot laners farming pretty evenly now. Again, Greendevils pushed up, pushed back a little bit in their lane. Sona getting another Q off onto Tarek there. Udyr sitting near top lane, going for the Scuttle Crab as Irelia goes to supposed to ward it. It's not supposed to move the mouse.
Why is it not?
Yes.
You should have. There we go.
We see Garen getting another Q connected onto Irelia in the top lane. We see Tarek and Kai'Sa pushed very far now, almost all the way under their tower. As they are pushed all the way under their tower now in the bot lane. Kai'Sa getting a couple of farm, but missing some from tower damage. Vhagar now moving up towards top lane as well. A lot of attention being brought towards top lane this game versus it was last game. That being a big problem. That definitely lost the game for the Greendevils there. Udyr now moving back towards mid lane, going towards his Raptor camp. As Vhagar throws a stun, missing it, but managing to land a Q onto Orianna, doing some extra damage there. Orianna pushing him up towards mid lane. Irelia sitting top lane, farming against Garen, pushing him back pretty far as Udyr moves through the mid lane back towards his bot side, past Wolfe camp. See Vhagar and Orianna trading pretty evenly in mid lane. Orianna managing to land a Q there or Vhagar landing a Q onto Orianna. Irelia missing her stun on Garen. Udyr moving in towards the mid lane, or moving towards bot lane river, getting throwing a ward down in Tribush as Orianna gets connected with a W and Q from Vhagar. Udyr coming in. We see a flash from Tarek, a flash stun from Tarek missing though, forcing both of the ADC and support for Wolfe County to be forced to flash as well.
And Wolfe County has managed to narrow that gold disadvantage after that initial kill.
We see Irelia saying top lane, very low on mana. Irelia is a very strong, a very mana-reliant champion near the game, specifically with her dash. Her Q dash just takes a lot of mana out of her. Kai'Sa throwing a W down, connecting it with Sona, doing a little bit of damage, but not too much to worry about. As Irelia and Garen
nice
still
hit there,
top trading.
mid lane.
Land QW combo from Orianna there in the mid lane on Vygar as Garen lands to connect another Q onto Orianna, or onto Irelia. Garen's Q just doing probably being his largest, direct amount of damage that he can do early on in the game. You see Taric and Kai'Sa again pushed under their tower as Taric using his heal to give some health back to Kai'Sa. Some more poke from Sona there from her Q. Irelia just dashing left and right on those minions, just farming up. Again, a lot of her mana cost just going down. Again, another QW combo from Orianna there onto Vygar.
But the good thing is it does give Wolves Blue a gold lead.
We see Garen going and following up with that E dash, activating his W. Irelia just landing some auto attacks, getting a Q from Garen there, but forcing Irelia to flash. She doesn't have any mana to follow up as well as health, so Garen manages to out-trade her pretty well right there. We see another early jungle go, another early dragon or bear. Yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah, dragon. Drake attempt from Wolfe County as they're going to go secure a Cloud Drake.
And they should be able to get it.
As they secure it. So, good job on them. We see Nunu now going towards bot side. He's going with
a massive snowball. Is he going to be able to land it? And he does not.
Taric throwing a stun out there, but not being able to connect it onto him. We're going to move back up towards her mid lane as Udyr sits towards bot side river. And his side of the jungle moving back up. Vygar sitting mid lane under his tower, idly, farming a little bit. Irelia back up into her lane now. Garen also coming back, moving up towards his lane slowly. See Nunu now going for his red buff. Going to take that uncontested. As Udyr takes his red buff simultaneously. Bot laner, or the support now, Sona for Wolfe County backing as well as Sivir. Gonna go cash in on some farm, which let's go ahead and check the CS real quick for both teams. Irelia sitting in a almost 25 CS lead top lane. Just doing a lot of really good farming on her part. Or getting her Tiamat, putting that to effect. We see her now getting some damage. We see the stun on Garen connecting. We see the dash from the Q. We see some autos. We see the ulti from her, forcing Garen to flash. Actually manages to dash with her Q and connecting with another kill. So the score is now currently 1-1. Nunu moving towards top side. Udyr following up, trying to go top lane and maybe gank and push Irelia off that top lane tower as he comes up to defend. We see a stun, or a smite from Udyr as Irelia dashed under tower, being able to do a lot of damage and secure the kill with that Tiamat damage.
Yes.
But tower's going to be too much for her to handle as she's taken down. But a good trade for Irelia under tower, managing to 1v1 Udyr under his own tower and managing to still secure that kill. Very well played on Irelia.
And Wolfe County Wolves Blue does keep the gold lead here at about 300 gold. So,
score is now 2-2. Wolfe County, or even Wolfe County up the favorite in gold by 400.
And with a single Drake, it does give a slight advantage. Ooh,
Nunu with coming with the snowball in the mid lane. Irelia having to stay back a little defensively, getting
so
missed
close.
it by it. Q connecting on him, or ult from Vygar onto Nunu as he manages to get that bite, healing a lot of damage. Orianna with the ult and the auto attack, securing that kill on Vygar with very little health to spare.
Great play there by Brandon Bush in the mid lane, coming down and helping Nunu.
You see a renegade, or a wild W from Kai'Sa connecting with Sivir. Not be able to do very much there, as Orianna's going to get ganked from Udyr, forced to flash away, but safe play from her there, managing to escape the Udyr. Go back to the CS real quick. Irelia leading a 30 CS difference over Garen.
Everybody with a gold lead except for the support role.
Yeah, Taric's his item requires him to take some farm, so he's gonna have a little bit of farm down in the bot lane. Sivir with a 10 CS lead over Kai'Sa. Mid lane farming about pretty evenly. Nunu with about a 10 CS lead, and Irelia with her 20 CS lead. Irelia already having a Tiamat as well as a Sheen. Having an early advantage over Garen there. Jungler's sitting about pretty even. Udyr's got a couple more items. Or a couple, like he's got his boots. He rushed his Ninja's Tabby boots. That extra armor. Which would be good against Irelia as well as Sivir. Mid laners have about a pretty even build. Kai'Sa does have her BF sword. However, we see an ult from Sona as well as Sivir, managing to land a double snowball from Nunu as Kai'Sa's forced to heal and flash. Nunu flashing under tower with his ultimate, managing to secure the kill on Kai'Sa. Taric with the stun. He's going to come in. Sivir's going to flash, but managing to get an auto attack on him.
And walk right into the...
As Udyr comes in with the gank. We see a heal from Taric. She's going to hit the plant, manage to get away. As that burn damage from that Phoenix stance from Udyr, managing to do that extra damage and take him down. We see Irelia missing the stun on Garen. Going back in, throwing the ultimate on Garen as she dashes left. Couple minions dash. Another one. She's going to take another couple dashes as she's going to go try and stun him under tower. She lands the stun. Is she going to engage under tower, though? As she can't, though. She's taking a lot of tower damage there. So she's going to have to back off and play pretty defensively.
Well, the Wolves Blue with a 1,000 gold lead here and a 5-4 kill advantage after 10 minutes and 40 seconds into the match. So, Wolves Blue with a slight advantage here as we start to get, midway into the middle part of the game.
We see NASA sitting, or Nunu sitting towards top side as he tries to help. We see Kaiser landing another W in the bottom. We see a smite onto Orianna from Udyr. Udyr following him in that bear stance, getting a stun off. Vygar following up. We see Udyr going in turtle stance, getting that shield. We see Nunu coming up behind, not going to be able to do anything. Orianna ulting the Nunu away, but getting ulted by Vygar in return. That damage just coming from Nasus, or from Udyr being a lot of damage.
And the Greendevils able to escape there from the river. It could have been a really bad situation for the Greendevils, but they got teamed up there.
It looks like here that Vygar moves back towards mid lane as Udyr goes to take his Wolf camp. Garen top lane trying to push the wave back a little bit, get some farm in. Already moving back to top lane.
Udyr's really putting a lot of pressure on the Wolves Blue this match. I mean,
we see Nunu now moving into the bot side jungle, going for towards Scuttle Crab as he goes through the snowball. We see missing it. We get into the smite the thing. We see a teleport coming in from Irelia in the top lane as an auto attack almost finishes him off. We see Irelia with that dash, that long range Q dash, connecting with Udyr for that kill.
And they may go for the Drake here. This would be a perfect opportunity to go for
the entirety of Wolfgang now goes for an Infernal Drake. This will be a very beneficial help for Wolfgang, I think, in lane. It's just giving Irelia even more damage, as well as, giving that just the entirety of their team an extra.
And they're able to take the Drake in about less than 10 seconds. Amazing feat there.
You see now, we see Sever, Sona, and Nunu moving towards bot side, trying to push that back a little bit as Irelia backs and Orianna moves back towards her mid lane. Udyr moving back from the fountain after respawning, going towards his red buff as Garen pushes up towards pushing up the top lane. Taric landing a double stun there on that one. Good stun there on Taric's part. Another Q connecting from Sona. We see a stun thrown, missing all of his shots there from Vygar. Orianna managing to do very well, dancing around all those spells. So good on Orianna managing to avoid those. Orianna now push back up to her tower. Going to push that back up pretty well. Nunu securing his red buff. We see the ADC in support for Wolfgang now backed into the fountain as they go to cash out on some stuff. Irelia back in the top lane, pushing uninhibited as Garen moves back up. Udyr's in mid lane trying to push the wave back, is allowing for Vygar to come up. We see a snowball from Nunu coming up.
And 30 seconds till the turret plating falls.
See Garen now in the top lane. Irelia throwing a W on some minions, going some more Q dashes. Managing to get another E on her. Landing train autos. Garen just out trading her at this point. Garen just really tanky at this point, forcing Garen to flash behind her. Or Irelia with the Q, or Irelia with the flash.
And Garen with the ulti there just destroys
a ton of damage.
Yeah.
As Garen just manages to out-trade Irelia there. Irelia missing her stun was a big problem for her there in that fight. If she would have landed her stun, getting a couple more dashes off onto Garen, she probably could have been able to come out triumphant on that fight. And then we see Vygar landing, or Orianna, or with the QW come on Vygar, managing to land the ulti on Vygar, but getting ulted as well as getting comboed by the stun from Udyr. Vygar is doing a ton of damage with that ulti there. We see Sona and Sever now pushing the bot lane, backing off a little bit as they don't have anyone there to defend. We see a snowball connecting with Garen from Nunu there.
But Nunu does back off. But they did save the tower, so the Greendevils has managed to close this gold gap here, just about exactly the same, and they do have a 1 kill lead. So very close matchup here in round 2 between the Greendevils and the Wolves Blue.
We see Sona with some more Qs connecting. We see Nunu with that gank in the top lane, as he's going to smite a stun missed from Irelia, as another Q from Nunu, another Q dash from Irelia, forcing them back off as they see Udyr coming in from topside jungle. Sever with some more Qs thrown out there. There's her boomerang thrown. See Nunu moving towards mid lane again with another snowball. Udyr moving towards mid lane as well to try and follow up. Moving back through it, actually, as Orianna sits mid lane farming. Udyr sitting towards mid lane, up above it, under the past picks brush. We see Irelia coming down from top lane towards mid as Orianna comes in. We see Nunu coming in as well. Udyr forced a flash over the wall to escape from Nunu and Orianna. Going back towards under his tower. We see Garen moving down from top lane as well. I2 now towards Nunu, who has Irelia hiding in the bush. We see Udyr and Veigar falling up behind them. Nunu landing a snowball as Garen lands a Q, as well as activating his E. We see Udyr managing to get a smite off on Nunu. A stun coming in from them. Garen going to activate his ulti, but getting stopped early from Udyr securing that kill on Nunu. That stun from Veigar just sort of sealed their fate. We see a Sona ulti as Sona just goes in shredding him, trying to Sona securing the kill on Kai'Sa there. As Wolfgang is going to push up now.
And they can't push up too far because they don't have a minion wave with them to help.
Yeah. Orianna now sitting a little passively in the mid lane as Udyr and Garen are going to target the Rift Herald. That early Rift Herald, not letting Wolfgang get that like they did last game.
This could be a game changer here because this team is so far, back and forth.
Right, yeah, we see them now going for the Rift Herald as Wolfgang's ADC and support are going to go and try and secure first tower. As the Greendevils managed to get that Rift Herald. But Wolfgang getting that gold boost from the first tower. So Wolfgang now sitting about a 1,500 gold lead versus the Greendevils. Udyr now moves towards mid lane again. Veigar sitting behind his tower, or sitting just below his tower, playing a little passive. Garen as well, going back top lane to push that wave back. Get some free farm there. Sona and Sivir in the bot side river. Sona sitting towards mid lane on the bot side bush for mid lane. As Veigar sits pushed up, moving a little bit forward for his own safety. As we see the stun coming in from Veigar. Sona trying to push up to do some damage, getting a Q off, but getting a ton of damage dealt back onto her from the Veigar Q. Irelia now pushing back up to top lane. She gets a dash off. We see Nunu coming in with the giant snowball. The stun connecting from Irelia as the snowball connects well. Orianna ulting. Managed to get Nunu to activate his ulti as well. Irelia just auto-attacking left and right as she manages to get that kill on Garen. So a good engage from Nunu there on that gank.
And the Greendevils are going to try to get this Cloud Drake down here, it looks like.
That's another tower also secure from Wolfgang. Wolfgang has 2 towers now as well, with a 2-dragon lead and an almost 3,000 gold lead. Well, 2,500 gold lead. Tarek and Udyr now going to engage the Drake, going for another Cloud Drake. As Nunu comes in from the side, managing to dodge the stun, getting stunned by Udyr, as well as from Tarek, forcing him to flash away, throwing the snowball, trying to get that little bit of extra speed. Sona and Sivir coming from the side. Aurelia coming in, teleporting in from the top side, back, landing the stun onto Kai'Sa, getting another EQ combo dash onto him. We see now all of Greendevils having to back off and allowing for Wolfgang to get this dragon, or get this Drake. Wolfgang now having another Cloud Drake. Veigar managing to land a stun on Irelia and Sivir, doing about half health to Sivir there in that trade. Aurelia now moving out towards mid lane as Nunu stops the snowball to go remove a control ward. Sona going through removing some vision as well, so good plays there on Sona, getting that vision out of there. Sona now backing in the bush from underneath mid lane as Irelia moves back through topside river back towards her top lane to deal with the Garen pushing up that lane. We see Udyr now also taking his red buff as Nunu secures his red buff. Irelia getting hit with the 3 combo from Veigar. That's that damage that Veigar is really synonymous for. If he gets that stun off onto anybody and he's pretty fed, that's going to be 3. We see Garen managing to get the Rift Herald to spawn as Orianna goes with the ult. We see a smite from Udyr, a stun from Garen as he manages to get another Q combo from Irelia. Is going to get an auto attack. She's going to get the kill on to Udyr. She's going to manage to get a 1v2. And she manages to 1v2.
And they're going to be able to take out this Rift Herald here before he gets any tower damage.
So a very ineffective use of the Rift Herald there from the Greendevils. Not going to be able to get anything out of it, sadly enough. A good push up there, though, having that minion wave up there, keeping the Rift Herald back from their tower. So good use of that minion wave control from Wolfgang there. We see Sona and Sivir now pushing the top mid lane. We see a ult from Sivir, or Sona hitting Veigar, connecting. Veigar managing to get the stun off as Sivir flashes, and Sona secures the kill onto Vygar. The score is now 12-9 in favor of Wolfe Caney with 3 dragons and a almost 4,000 gold lead. Well, actually a 4,000 gold lead, sorry. Garen now moving back to lane. It's, a stun connecting onto Tarek there from Irelia. Sivir managing to lane both of her Qs. Qs back and forth onto Tarek there for some damage. We got a smite from Udyr. A stun landed on there from Irelia. Orianna managing to get her Q onto him, not do much damage as he gets shielded, as well as his turtle stance from Udyr, saving him from taking more damage he needs to.
As the Greendevils sneak in a tower on the bot lane there, as one of our Wolves Blue towers does fall.
We see Nunu and Sivir now going back towards bot lane to try and deal with the split pushing Kai'Sa, as Garen also goes back top lane to push. Garen's probably going to secure this tower in top lane that's sitting at pretty low health without any resistance. So Nunu going in for the solo chase after Kai'Sa. We see Sivir or Sona following up as well. Orianna getting with that QW combo, a lot of damage. Irelia with that, or the Vygar stun, getting a ton of damage. Vygar ulting Orianna, doing a ton of damage. Udyr with that bear stance, doing a lot of damage, managing to finish off Sona there as well. So a 2-for-1 trade there, not exactly in Wolfe Caney's favor. Udyr attempting to chase after the Sivir there at first, but deciding to change his mind pretty quickly after that, going for that Rift Herald instead, or the Scuttle Crab instead. We now see a stun onto Nunu from Vygar, managing to miss his W. Nunu getting a bite off on that minion, pushing that tower, pushing that wave back as much longer as he can. Irelia top lane split pushing, getting that tower damage on, managing to get the tower as Garen teleports top lane. We see the stun coming in from Irelia onto Garen, managing to connect, but she's going to get ganked by 3 different people there. The smite stun on here with the ulti from Kai'Sa, the ult from Irelia as well onto him, but not being able to do anything against the 3-person right there. So, but she did manage to secure that tower, but did lose a 450 gold bounty on her for dying, which isn't going to be very helpful for them. But
well, the Wolves Blue still have a almost 2,500 gold lead and a 13-12 kill count lead. So we may see some Baron attempt here soon.
Orianna, Sivir, and Sona push back into mid lane. Nunu taking his red buff as Udyr pushes up towards mid lane as he took the Scuttle Crab, or goes to take Scuttle Crab and put the that ward in Tribush. Tarek backing under his tower, as well as Vygar. Kai'Sa probably going to follow suit and go back to lane. Garen pushing in the top side jungle now, trying to go after Nunu. Attempting a fight there. We see him connecting the Q as well as the E onto Nunu. The W activated onto him. We see Sona and Sivir following suit. Nunu activating the ultimate. We see Orianna coming with that QW combo. Irelia landing the stun with the auto attack from Tiamat to secure that kill on Garen. So good follow up from the team from Wolfe Caney there as a team fight, taking that Garen down. Vygar now backing in his lane as Tarek, Udyr, and as Udyr actually backs as well. Tarek now following Kai'Sa back down to the bot lane as Nunu and Sona move to mid lane to try and push that lane up. We see Sivir and Orianna also coming up mid. Irelia split pushing top lane again. Having both of her towers taken top lane, we see Wolfe Caney's now going to take this mid lane tower completely uncontested. Sona securing that tower. We see Vygar, Udyr, and Tarek pushing back up towards the mid lane. Kai'Sa coming up from behind them. Irelia sitting top lane pushing as it looks like the entirety of the Greendevils might be going back top lane to converge onto Irelia split pushing. We see them coming up. We see Irelia now deciding to back off into one as Wolfe Caney goes off separately to take the Ocean Drake. This will be a 4-dragon lead onto him. Tarek landing the stun on Irelia, but not going to be able to do anything with no one else to follow up with him on that stun. Udyr going for his red buff now as Irelia sits and takes the Krugs from Udyr's jungle camp. Nunu helping to secure that blue buff for Sivir. So we see Udyr ganking, landing the smite, but not going to be able to follow up. He's not going to go in 1v2 with Sivir being right there. Nunu going up through the top side jungle now, up to river as he goes towards Baron side. We might be seeing, as we go and see Wolfe Caney going for the first Baron of the day. We see Nunu engaging, Sivir coming up, Orianna over the wall, Irelia over the wall as well. We see Sona coming from behind, 3 people certainly on the Baron buff. We see Garen in the top lane, not going to be able to trying to come down.
Greendevils nowhere to be seen either. They're going to be able to get this.
Greendevils having no vision of the Baron at this point, not going to know if they're there or not. We see Wolfe Caney now, all 5 people on Baron. Baron currently sitting about half health, as we see Udyr, Tarek, or Udyr sitting bot lane. Udyr sitting bot lane is just going to basically give this Baron to Wolfe Caney for free, as Wolfe Caney manages to secure the Baron without any contesting at all. That is a big deal for the Greendevils, having Wolfgang given that huge push potential.
Well, that gives the Wolves Blue a 5,000 gold lead and a 14 to 12 kill count lead. So, you know, all these advantages keep going the Wolves Blue way.
As Wolfgang also sits at a 5 to 3 turret lead, but with the aid of this Baron buff, it might get that turret lead even farther. So, Nunu now going for his red buff as Orianna and Sona push up in the mid lane. Sever coming up behind. Sever going to be given the red buff from Nunu, seeing how she could benefit from its auto attack with her auto attacks. We see now Irelia, Orianna, and Sona now pushed up in the mid lane. Veigar throwing a Q, not going to be able to connect anybody. Kai'Sa connecting her W though with Irelia, but not going to be able to do a ton of damage there. As Irelia throws her stun out, managing to connect it onto Udyr. W from Veigar there on some minions. Orianna throwing the Q, not being able to do anything connected with anybody. Sona coming back, landing some more Qs, connecting, so a little bit extra poke. We see a Q connecting onto Kai'Sa there from Sivir, which is good damage. Irelia, Orianna, and Sivir now pushing up top lane. The entirety of Wolfgang now pushed up towards top side as the Greendevils follow suit, trying to defend that inhibitor tower from being taken.
Looks like they're just sort of running back and forth and maybe trying to split up here or something.
Irelia now pushing back towards mid lane, keeping them up with pressure back towards there as well. Kai'Sa throwing the W, connecting it onto Irelia. As Garen comes back, we see a boomerang blade. We see Tarek activating the ultimate on Kai'Sa. Not be able to do anything though as Irelia manages to kill Kai'Sa before it. We see an ult from Sona. We see an ult from Nunu. Managed to connect. Veigar securing the kill on Sona. Some boomerangs. We see a double kill from Veigar as he gets his ultimate off. We see an E from Orianna securing a kill with her ulti onto Udyr. Orianna with the ulti. No, that wasn't her ulti earlier. That was the ulti just then.
And
so
they do secure the top tower.
You see Tarek flashing away,
and
still getting hit with the snowball. If Wolfgang could have converged, they probably could have followed up and managed to ace their entire team.
Well, that inhibitor does give the Wolves Blue super minions, which can be huge at this point of the
Unless
game.
Wolfgang might be going to maybe end it. They go to secure that first Nexus tower. They're going to be pushing. They're going to keep going. They're going to maybe secure this Nexus tower as well, the second Nexus tower. As they manage to get 2 Nexus towers, and now the Greendevils have an open Nexus, which is a big problem.
Especially with those super minions coming up that top lane right there.
Yeah, that'll be a big problem. They'll have to play really defensively. This will allow Wolfgang to have potentially the dominance of the entirety of the map, pushing all the other lanes up while while the Greendevils have to defend.
Well, this gives them a 7,500 gold lead, and that's massive as far as purchasing power of these items.
We see Nunu now taking some jungle camps, just putting that gold lead even further up. Adding another 200 to it extra. Going up towards this, the Krugs. Get added another couple hundred as well. Tarek in the bot side pushing, trying to get some wave pressure off of that top lane by having one of their side lanes pushing up. We see Irelia getting some auto attacks off onto the that minion, the cannon minion. As Udyr, Kai'Sa, and Veigar sit under the mid lane base, the mid lane inhibitor tower trying to defend. We see the Demolish ticking off of that tower, or Veigar landing the QW onto them as Kai'Sa follows up with a W as well. A lot of damage from them there. Veigar has a lot of damage potential, but sadly enough, he hasn't been able to have his team peel the blue team, or Wolfgang Blue, off of them. So that's just going to be a lot of damage onto him. We see an Irelia getting W and Q. We see a Veigar ult onto Irelia, securing that kill. Tarek with the ulti as well. Kai'Sa W thrown, not going to be able to connect with anybody though. As the Greendevils move back up towards that inhib.
Nunu with the snowball landing.
We see Sona with the ulti onto Kai'Sa. Garen coming with that W. We see a redemption from both sides now. Tarek with that stun landing. We see Kai'Sa with her auto attack. Doing another W. We see another Veigar W. A Veigar E stun thrown out there. Landing connected. An EW onto, or a QW onto Sona, or Sever doing a lot of damage. But Sever getting off her spell shield, negating that last spell from doing a lot of damage.
And the Greendevils are going to have to go back and defend these super minions popping in here. There's already one, and a second one is on its way, so that's going to cause a lot of headache.
Now rushing down towards lane to help mid lane push off. Orianna pushing some pressure up top, or pushing mid lane, as Nunu and Sona are going to go for that Infernal Drake. Which they can securely get without any, contesting, while the Greendevils have to defend.
The Greendevils doing an excellent job defending their base at this point. I mean, they're giving it everything that they've got. They are not going to just give up so easily.
As Wolfgang now secures the 5th Drake of the game at 30 minutes. Very good objective control here from Wolfe County, having 8 towers and 5 drakes. Very good on that, with a nearly 7,000 gold lead.
And if the game continues as it is, they may have to go get a second Baron, because these Greendevils are just not giving up. They are defending their base like they have. I mean,
let's give a real quick check on the current situation. Irelia is sitting in almost 80 gold lead, or 80 CS lead on Garen here. Oh, we're about to see something go down here, I believe. We see a Vigar stun coming in, not being able to land a W, though, on anybody. We see Irelia coming from the side, a Sivir Q thrown out there. As Miniwave pushes up, they're going to try and go for that tower. We see a Sona ult connecting. Well, Garen coming in with that dash. We see an Irelia ulting onto Vigar, managing to land it. Irelia ulted by Vigar. The ulti connecting from Tarek onto Udyr.
But the tower has been destroyed,
Vigar,
so...
Irelia just shredding them left and right, getting that tower as well as that Udyr. We see a Kai'Sa flash onto Sivir to get that kill. As we see Irelia caught between the teams, as she's going to get finished off by that Vigar Q. Sona trying to run away from Garen. Is she going to be able to escape, managing to get her activating her E? The Kai'Sa W coming in. It's not going to be able to do anything, though, as they're, even though they're winning that fight, the Blue Devils, or the Green Devils, right?
Green Devils.
Green Devils. The Green Devils winning that team fight still have to go back and defend, or at least have Vigar defend.
But if you look up here, you know, these super minions, they are going to start chipping away at this Nexus. That is a major problem for them if they don't address it.
Allowing Vigar, though, to back. Vigar has a lot of damage at this point. He can do a lot of damage to those minions, so he can defend solo at this point. Kai'Sa also getting another one of her augments up on her abilities from her build.
I would not be surprised if our Wolves Blue do go for a second Baron here. That would be a huge advantage for them.
The gold lead now going back down about 5,000 in favor of Wolfe County. The score is now 19-19 with a 9-2 turret lead and 5 dragons in favor of Wolfe County. We see Garen backing in the bush behind the red buff as Nunu's going to smite and secure it. Kai'Sa coming in top side, removing a control ward placed around the red buff of Udyr. It's going to follow up. They put a ward over the Baron pit now this time, so now they actually will have vision of it. As Irelia moves up towards it and throws a vision plant out to give her vision of that ward, and she's going to go remove it. That removed the vision that the Green Devils had there of Baron. As we might be setting another Baron setup for Wolfe County here, but we have the Green Devils now following up and staying close, watching in case they choose. Maybe they might contest it this time. Another Kai'Sa W thrown connecting with Irelia this time. As Wolfe County all follow up into the jungle. We see Nunu going in with that dash. The stun coming in on Tarek. We see a stun from Udyr. Tarek activating his ultimate. Kai'Sa coming from the side. Nunu forced to flash from the side. We see Redemption coming in, connecting with Wolfe County, managing to heal up their Nunu a pretty good portion. No one managing to die from that trade. A little bit of damage done both ways by both teams, so decent.
And the Green Devils' next inhibitor has respawned, so that means the Wolves Blue super minions have stopped coming out. This is still anybody's game, you know. This
is now pushing up mid lane very intensely as they're going to go for an inhibitor. As the Green Devils are going to try and come up from the side to stop it instead of going directly for it. This will give Wolfe County, though, another inhibitor open back up. Garen going with that QE onto Irelia. We see a W from Vigar missing as Garen is getting caught from the side. Nunu missing the snowball.
And they may attempt to go up top and get that other inhibitor, or they may go back for Baron.
Another inhibitor being opened back up mid lane now, so those super minions can spawn and come down mid lane. Removing Nunu there, removing vision in the jungle, removing a ward as they go to set for another Baron now. And we're going to go see another Baron. They are going to go engage on the Baron now. We see dropping a couple wards.
A lot of pressure from the Green Devils around this Baron pit, so I don't know if they're going to do that right now.
We see Sona going to get the blue buff as she secures it. Sona, but that blue buff is very essential because of her spamming her heal as well as her poke from her Q. We see the Nunu now going in towards the Baron as they go to remove some vision and engage the Baron. We see a Kai'Sa W thrown over the wall, connecting with Irelia, but not going to do anything about it. Nunu removing all the wards there, getting rid of all that vision. We see Irelia throwing an ulti over the wall onto Kai'Sa, connecting as she walks back through the wall, as Nunu secures another Baron. So good Baron on there. Without Green Devils not even attempting to stop it. Surprisingly enough, they had the ability to stop it, but Udyr just decided to change his mind and go for that red buff instead. Wolfe County now all backed and going back into the lanes as they go to push. We see Irelia moving towards bot side as well as Sivir moving up behind her. Orianna pushing up towards mid lane as Nunu follows up between both of them. Sona coming up as well.
So Wolves Blue maintaining a 6,000 gold lead. Even though the kill count is even at 19 apiece, the Wolves Blue has 5 Drakes and 2 Barons. So Wolves Blue looking here. Are they going to take one more? They are going to secure one more.
They're going for the Elder Dragon this time, which will give them just an entirely massive boost of damage. Everyone on their team getting that burn damage will be a very good pushing ability. As well, getting that plus that Baron buff and having an open hit just going to give them pushing power uncontested at this point. We see Nunu landing the giant snowball on Tarek. A Vigard stun thrown out. Nunu activating his ultimate as Tarek tries to heal himself, but not going to do anything as Nunu just shreds them. Sona missing the ultimate. Vigard managing to get a Q off there. We've seen Oriana throwing her ultimate but missing as well. Kaiser coming in from the side, getting hit with a snowball as Aurelia allowed.
Can they end the match here? Couple big
They're going to take the damage on that tower as they go to secure the turret or Nexus and end the game.
And the Wolves Blue does come out victorious. Great job from Wolves Blue against the Dayton High School Greendevils. All right, everybody. Exciting matchup. We will be back in just a few minutes with our player of the game. Stick around.
He did pretty good. He had some good stuns.
Okay. That was me.
All right. Yeah. You're going to be right?
Yeah. And we are back here with our player of the game, Jeremy McKinney. Jeremy, great job out there.
Thank you.
So you played a Sona that match, and you ended up 3-3 and 10. But the stats don't tell the whole story. You were able to stun and just play an incredible support role that matchup. So what are your thoughts on that? Just amazing matchup. I mean, it lasted 36 minutes.
It was a I don't know. There was a lot of competition in that match, but their Vagar was really good with zoning with his W and like with his cage, and we couldn't really do anything about that, so we just had to bait it out. And then after his cage went down, we'd have to try and go in then, but they would fall back. So like that's why it took us so long. We couldn't really get a clean team fight.
Well, this was a super intense matchup. I mean, not as back and forth as the first matchup, but definitely just intense the entire time. And you guys were able to secure 6 dragons, correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Yes, including that Elder Dragon at the end, which gave you that last just push. You were able to get 2 Barons in a single matchup. And so close there at the end, I thought for sure that they were going to sneak in and steal that Baron. You know, and up until the very end there, you know, you guys they were hounding their base, and there was no way you could penetrate, it seemed like. So, with only a few weeks left in the season, what are your thoughts looking back on the season or looking forward?
Well, looking back, we've played really well. We've had some hard matchups, and we've held our own. And looking forward, we're looking to take the state, hopefully.
Yes, that's an ambitious goal, but you know, based on our record and stuff, I think it's a very reasonable, attainable goal. So we're going to see how the season plays out and stuff. Any shout-outs or anything you want
to? Shout out to Brendan. He had some good plays there. Shout out to Cameron. His shot calling was great that game. He was macroing us all over the map, all time. Entire time.
You know, I've said this so many times. Your all's teamwork and communication skills is the foundation of your record, really. I mean, because without good communication, you just fall apart. And so, yes, congratulations, Wolves Blue coming out victorious against the Dayton High School Greendevils. So,
thank you.
We'll be back next week with another top matchup between the Wolves Blue and Henry Clay High School. So we'll be back next Thursday. So check us out next week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.